kindness, and to know someone inside out. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1610 of What You Up To Now, documenting the journey as I personally transitioned from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. In 2017, following my divorce and the divestiture and the separation of all of our business assets and things, we had lots of different businesses together, my ex-husband and I decided that I wanted to do something totally different than I'd ever done. I wanted to explore a whole new industry, a whole new world, and so I decided I would join the online world and pop on the internet. I'd always been curious about it. It had been being developed and came into existence during my corporate career. Actually, the internet came around after my son was born, and so as I was raising my family, I was working in corporate America, and I had businesses on the side. For over a quarter century, I spent in corporate America working for some amazing companies, learned so much about businesses and corporations and big businesses and how the world of work works, where I fit into that or didn't fit into that, as a woman and an engineer, etc., and as a manager and leader. And I honed a lot of skills in corporate America. And then I decided finally, after over about a quarter century of that I'd been running businesses on the side, and I'd learned enough, I knew enough, I wanted to branch out on my own and just do things on my own, and so that's what I did. So I've been involved in at least 27 different industries offline and businesses as an owner or primary owner, and not always operator, but owner and operator in many of them. So it's given me a different perspective as I came online than a lot of other people have. It's also been a huge hindrance in terms of the expectations I had of myself and what I would and wouldn't do and could and couldn't do online, which led me down lots of little shiny object syndrome, it's called online. Different trails, different roads, doing different things, some that worked for me, some that I tried on, but they just didn't feel right, so I abandoned and stopped doing them. And other things that I morphed and put pieces together like I did offline to create my own things. The things that I feel good working on, projects I feel good about doing, and that resonate with me. You know, that whole what feels good to you resonates with you thing. We have to have that as a component in what we're doing, or at least over the long time. Over the short term, we can do different things, but over the long term, we have to do things that are in alignment with who we are and what we want to do and how we want to show up in the world. So today I create a couple pieces of content every day. One is a piece of content. I usually take an idiom. An idiom is something that means something different when the words are taken separately than when they're put together. And it usually comes from common use and common behavior. It's kind of like slang in many respects. Different types of slang come in and out of popularity, with different sayings and idioms come in and out of popularity as well. Some have been around for centuries, some are relatively new. Today's to know someone inside out is from the 16th century. It popped out and was first appeared in writing in about 1600. So it's hundreds of years old. It's centuries old. Guess what? Anything that's hundreds of years old has impacted almost everyone on the planet, whether at a conscious or a subconscious level, because it's had the opportunity to impact so many people. So what does it mean to know somebody inside out? It means to know them very, very well. And I showed a shirt inside out because I have a little trick that I use in my closet. Since I do content every day, I don't want to wear the same outfit, the same shirts over and over and over again. You pretty much only ever see my shirts in my videos, so as I could stand up and do full body videos, but require a whole new set, whole new scene, and it's not really that important. I'm short. I wouldn't be much different than the top of me. So I have a trick where I hang things in my closet once I've used it, and I've worn this shirt a couple times in videos. Once I've done it once or twice, I will turn it inside out in my closet because it's a shirt I love and I want to keep. Love the colors, love the shirt, love the style. So I'm not going to get rid of it because I wore it in a video, but I also don't want to wear it over and over and over again in my videos. Now, when I was showing up as Pajama Grandma, I only had about 30 or 40 robes, so I cycled them through, and you saw me in the same robes often. But since I'm not showing up, and that's not really my identity anymore, and I don't identify as much with Pajama Grandma since COVID. Nobody wanted to be home stuck in their robe. Prior to that, people wanted to have a laptop lifestyle, and they wanted to be able to work anywhere until they all got a huge taste of it. And some people love it and still want to do it forever, and other people want to go back to the office. Despite what the media says, lots of people want to go back to work again and go back to the way their life was before the COVID stuff. I'll just call it COVID stuff. So our idiom was to know someone inside out. And I talked about the 4 groups of people that we really need to know inside out, whether we know it or not, on a conscious level, as we're building and growing and supersizing our business through the different stages. That's ourselves, key individuals, partners, key people that we bring in to help us build our business. Our customers, we need to know them very well, and our competitors and what's going on in our industry and in our environment. And I'm sure there's more, but those are the 4 categories that I look at on a routine basis. Our topic today for our annual challenge, our BU 365-day challenge, is kindness. And so I've talked about the benefits of kindness, the 5 primary benefits of kindness, as well as I shared my lovely brainstorm list of random acts of kindness that I just could think of off the top of my head, because our action item today is to just do a random act of kindness for someone. And it can be as big or as small as you want, but it can be as simple as acknowledging someone for a job well done, for smiling at someone, or paying it forward at a drive-thru, or buying groceries and donating them, or donating things that you're not using anymore. Anything. But the more acts of kindness that we do, it's one of the simplest and easiest ways to make the world a better place, right? It's easy, doesn't really take any more energy, and it actually has an ancillary benefit of making us feel good. When we're kind to other people, it's contagious. It pays it forward in the world, and it automatically makes the world a better place. We always have the opportunity to choose to be kind or not. We don't have to say that thing. We don't have to comment on that social media post that we don't agree with. We can just scroll by. That is an act of kindness. To scroll by and not engage in things that make you feel bad, that's an act of kindness to yourself as well as to the other person, because you're never going to change your mind. Our job isn't to change other people's minds and opinions and beliefs. Our job is to manage and control and choose and live out our own values and beliefs. So that's an act of kindness to ourselves as well as to others. Besides, we get to set the example for other people how to be kind. And again, kindness is contagious, just like evil is contagious, and crime and things are contagious. Kindness is even more powerfully contagious than negative things. So put more kindness into the world, into your life, the world around you, and see if you don't get a lot more kindness back in your life. So I have got a gazillion things to do. I've got lots of client calls and things today, working on some big projects that are, again, almost always confidential, which I hate to say, because what I need to start doing is pulling the lessons learned out of what I'm doing and share those without divulging anybody's information or confidentiality. I mean, there's lots of ways to do that. And I want to do more of that. But I need to know, what do you want to know about? What do you want to hear about? What kind of projects are you interested in that you'd like to know? How do we make some of these things work? Just hit me up in the comments below and let me know. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will be with you tomorrow. Bye.